Right now, ITV's Oliver Heath joins us from Front House and also from Changing Rooms of the Past, I believe, from the BBC. And so also joining us is Malcolm Cooper from Legal and General. Welcome to the programme.
Good morning.
Good morning. Now, Stop the Drop. I like it. That's the survey that Legal and General have done, and this is all about water damage that you may or may not incur. So, tell us about the survey first of all, Malcolm.
The Legal and General Stop the Drop campaign is intended to improve awareness of the preventative measures that we should all take to reduce the risk of damage for an escape of water happening in the first place, especially as we move into the very cold winter months, which we can all feel.
Yeah, I've had it myself. I had it last year actually, and yes, it did a bit of damage. It was in the garage, but it caused about £2,000 worth of damage, definitely.
Well, it's funny how you say that, Phil, because just about everybody we speak to has either experienced it themselves or knows close hand as someone else who has experienced it. So it is much more common than perhaps some people think.
Yeah, and in my case, the pipes were lagged, but unfortunately had quite a few bits of equipment sitting under the pipe. So it's made me aware of it and move things away from that, certainly. But
and you know how miserable that can be then, Phil.
Pretty annoying.
And that's
pretty
really
annoying.
what we're trying to avoid.
Absolutely. So what else did the survey show?
Well, it showed that the findings were that this is happening because of two reasons. Firstly, our changing lifestyles and the way that we live at home. So at home now, we have 95% of us now have central heating, whereas in the 1970s it was only 30%. And also 96% of us now have washing machines, where previously in the 1970s it was only 65%. Also on top of that, 6 million homes in the UK now have 2 or more bathrooms. So what this shows really is that we've got a lot more wet appliances and wet areas in the home, and they're not always necessarily one on top of the other. So we haven't necessarily got bathrooms on top of kitchens. And like in your example, you've got pipes over a garage. Added to that, our weather is now becoming much more chaotic and unpredictable. So, for instance, last year, temperatures got down to a shocking -20 in the UK. And because of both these factors coming together, we're seeing a lot more cases of escape of water in the home, and as a result of that, ceilings coming down and goods and products just being ruined and trashed.
Yeah, certainly. I think really when it got so icy, it went down to the most amazing temperatures last year, and that's what did it for me, and I'm sure for many others. That's when we get caught out, isn't it? It's that very, very big drop in temperature when it really goes well below 0 degrees.
Yes, exactly. Can you tell me, when it happened to you, were you in the house or were you away for the weekend?
No, I was actually in the house, and I heard this sort of rushing water noise and left it for about 20 minutes, thinking nothing much of it. I thought it was running off the gutter or something, you know. And it was just as the water was, the ice was beginning to thaw. Yeah. So that was my thinking, and then I had a look with horror.
Well, I think you were very lucky, because I think for a lot of people it happens when they go away for Christmas or to visit family. And because over the last 2 years we've actually had really cold snaps just before and the build-up towards Christmas, lots of people are away over those periods. And so can you imagine just coming back after family Christmas to find your kitchen, your home utterly destroyed? And the impact of that really is that, it takes 6 to 8 weeks for your home to dry out. Plus then you've got to get the builders in to, put a new kitchen in, to put new ceilings back up, sort the electrics. I mean, the impact of not checking and sorting this out prior, knowing where the basic things are, it's massive. It can really be a massive upheaval in your life.
I was just going to say, Phil, I think you could be a great case study, because probably with a bit more awareness, I think you'd probably reacted a bit quicker, and probably with that experience, you'll be on the lookout for lagging pipes a bit better and taking more preventative action. Is that the case?
Yeah, it could well be the case. I mean, in my case, the pipes were lagged, and it was actually a tap which the previous owner had been using, I presume, for a garden hose. That was the thing that came off the end of the tap,
I think that's one of the problems here. We live in older houses, and over the years there have been incremental changes. Pipes put in unusual places that you might not know, appliances added. And so as a result, it's quite a slow build-up. You might not necessarily know where all these water-holding pipes are, which is why it's really good to familiarise yourself with exactly what's going on, and in particular, knowing where your stopcock is.
Well, absolutely. Actually, my house was built in 1980, and so it's not old, but that was one of the leaks. Actually, thinking about it, I had another one, which was probably not to do with the cold weather, but it was simply where bad plumbing had been done, and they hadn't tightened up the cap on the end of something, and it had loosened enough to start, leaking. And I think sometimes it's down to bad plumbing as well, isn't
definitely.
it?
Well, there's something you can do about it, actually. If you go on to legalandgeneral/stopthedrop.com, you can win a free plumbing check where a registered plumber will come around and check all your pipes, but also help you know more about your home, tell you where the weak points are, tell you where the stopcock is, tell you how to drain your plumbing heating system down, and help you deal with this in a better way in the years to come.
Fantastic.
So I think you made another good point there. This is not just about burst pipes. This is about escape of water can be just a leak from a washing machine or a dishwasher.
Yeah, we've all had that.
Or drainage from an upstairs bathroom, which is quite common. So freeze makes it worse, but it's not just the frozen pipes that we need.
Does it help to turn off the stopcock when you go away then? That's a good idea normally, isn't it?
Well, that can reduce the amount of water that will eventually drop out of a frozen pipe, because obviously you've limited it and it's not connected to the mains. But there are other things that you can do if you're going away, before you go away, and it's kind of right to think about it now, particularly being half-term, and you might want to think about a few DIY projects, is that you should make sure that all your pipes in the house, plus in the attic, are insulated. If you do go away, just turn the thermostat down, not completely off, but turn it to like 12 degrees, so that even at night you've got a warm flow of water running through the house, and it means the house doesn't drop down to zero completely. You should know where your stopcock is, and make sure that you check the connections to any of the wet appliances that you've got in the house, like washing machines or dishwashers.
All right. Well, thank you very much indeed for joining us on the programme, gentlemen.
Pleasure, Phil. Pleasure. If you do want to know more, check out legalandgeneral/stopthedrop.com, where you can see the full report and also try and win a free plumbing check for your home.
All right. Thank you very much. Oliver Heath there and Malcolm Cooper. Thank you very much. Cheers.